Howdy doody, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, if you haven't, please go check out my new video with my buddy Meech Breezy. Now We Talking, episode 1. Hope you guys like the series that we're about to start. It was a bit of a rough draft, but as to be expected. I'm trying to refine this product. I need to do more research and reach out to more people to understand how to give the best presentation I could possibly give to you guys at all times. First and foremost, my name is Tim Spence, aka Trusted Troublemaker. I am your host for this evening. I had promised a second video along with the Now We Talking video, I meant to say. And that's going to be this, obviously. So, for the past 5 years before I moved here, I was a rideshare driver. The reason I got into this line of work was because I had kind of got sick of like the mundane humdrum, like 9 to 5 type of job. And I was living with some buddies of mine and they said like, hey, Tim, like maybe you should try something different, like see what, things like Uber and Lyft are all about. And I was hesitant at first, I was in like, driving people around in my car. I don't know, stranger, danger, all that jazz. So I signed up, got approved, and it just probably waited about almost 2 weeks before I actually drove. And then I had my first day on the job, and it was like, wow, I can do this. This isn't too bad. I can really make some quick money doing this. I don't mind this at all. And for the most part, it was pretty cool. But like anything, it had its ups and it had its downs. And it also had its very interesting moments. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to a new series I'm going to start called Confessions of a Rideshare Driver, or my version. Timfessions. Troublefessions, if you will, of a rideshare driver. So the first scenario I'd like to share with you guys, I want to say this was in like the first year of me doing Uber, and I was out one night. I was driving through Buckhead, and there were the 3 guys who got in the car, picked them up outside of what was the club? Churchill's, I want to say. Somewhere off of Roswell Road in Buckhead. And they got in, and the first thing they said was like, we want pizza now. We need pizza in our bellies. They were from out of town. I think they were from Indiana. And I was like, guys, it's like almost 4 a.m. I don't really know where you're going to get any quality pizza at this time of night. It's like, no, there's got to be pizza somewhere. We want pizza. And I'm like, okay, fine. We'll find some damn pizza for you guys. So I'm driving along. And then suddenly we pass a McDonald's on my left. And their eyes light up like Christmas trees. Like they just, oh, Mickey D's. And they said, turn in here. So I swerve, I get into the line. And I think the combination of intoxication mixed with hunger, because they probably didn't eat like they were supposed to before they drank, plus just life. Individually, they started to get very ill. So much so that one by one, They ordered their food, and then after placing the order and going into the line, they each proceed one by one to hurl. They get out of the car and they each hurl one by one, side by side, together as a unit of hurling young adults. And I watch and I wait. This was the first time anything like this had happened in my situation. I mean, I had drunk people in the car, but they hadn't gotten to that point ever. And I wait, you know. They say, oh, we'll tip you, we'll tip you. They get in the car, clean themselves up, and they get their food. They start to nom away, eating their McDonald's or cheeseburgers or fries, getting down on it. And we're getting closer to the destination. And then all of a sudden I hear one guy say, oh, man, I don't feel so good, man. And he's like, come on, dude, like, we're almost there. And he's like, no, I don't know if I'm going to make it, man. I feel a rumbly in my tumbly. And he's like, look, man, you are not about to do this right now. And I was just like, I would really appreciate it. He didn't throw up in my car. Because I knew the fine for if he did that. And one of the guys reassured me. He said, look, I will throw this man out of the car before I let him throw up in it. And so what they did is they literally took the man, rolled the window down, and stuck his head out the window to ensure that no vomit took place anywhere near my vehicle. And I think he may have vomited, but it was in such a way that it kind of flew, it kind of like blew in the wind onto somebody else's vehicle, which I'm sure was lovely for them. But they got home safe. They didn't give me the tip like they promised they would, which, you know. They always say, I'm going to tip you ahead of time if you do such and such. 9 times out of 10, and I will tell you this, they are not going to do it. This is my experience. But yeah, that was like, welcome to being a rideshare driver. You're going to have to deal with this from time to time. Probably one of the most awkward moments I had doing rideshare was I used to pick up Emory kids on Thursday nights a lot. They'd be in, you know, the whole North Druid Hills area, and they'd be, you know, getting drunk, you know, doing their thing, and, you know, adolescents getting intoxicated. And college student, I mean, I was a college student. That's one thing I need to share with you guys at some point in time, my college days and how that went on. I'm sure my parents are going to love to hear that one. But yeah, it was a couple, four people. It was a guy and a girl, All 4 of them get into the back seat. You know, tell they've been drinking. All 4 of them get in the back seat. I'm like, you know, there is a seat right next to me. I'm not, you know, I think I took a shower today. You know, I don't, you know, I think I'm a trustworthy guy. But that's neither here nor there. I start driving along, and it turns into a cuddle fest in my back seat. I'm talking about, Brad, yeah. Like, you know, it was just a lot going on back there. And the type of person I am, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, physically, I don't ask no questions, you know. I mean, who am I to interrupt? After all, I'm getting live entertainment, so I'm like, you know, I might as well just drive and I get a car ride in the show, I guess, you know. And not that I was like looking, you know, I didn't really need to look in order to like imagine what was going on based on the sounds that I was hearing. It wasn't anything too profane. It was just some very heavy petting, a lot of tongue action and whatnot. But, you know, 18, 19. What do you expect? And this goes on for, I think it's about a 10-minute, 15-minute drive. This goes on the whole time. And finally, I get to their destination. They kind of get themselves like back in like a human frame of mind because, they were animals for 15 minutes. And they're like, yeah, thanks for the ride. And they all just hop out. I'm like, well, that was interesting. And I slowly creep away. I ended the trip. And right as I'm getting out of the neighborhood, I get a ding, ding, ding. And I go right back to the spot that I dropped them off at. And what would you know? That it was the same 4 kids that got back in the vehicle. And they didn't have the same passion and desire that they had when they got out. No, because they had to go all the way back because they forgot something. And they hopped in and they didn't even pay any attention to the fact that me again. And as we're driving along, one of them actually sat in the passenger seat this time. One of the guys got in and he was like, hey, you wouldn't happen to be the guy that just dropped us off, would you? I'm like, yeah, I would be said guy. And he's like, sorry about all that, man. I mean, I'm like, you're cool. You're cool. I mean, you're drunk, you're feeling good, you got to reach out and touch somebody sometimes, man. I get it. That's, hey, your secrets are safe with me. This is a no judgment ride, man. I don't get paid to say what, you can't feel good. Like I'm not saying, hey. I'm not uptight. I'm not a snob. I don't like, hey, don't get that on the back seat. Come on, clean yourself up. Like, I'm not that type of guy. That's just how I get down. But so that was the first time anything like that had happened. I mean, I've had happy couples. I've had couples that would sit in the back seat and they'd be like, oh, John, I love you. Oh, Susan, oh, you're so amazing. Oh, it was stuff like that, but nothing too out of the ordinary. The last experience I'm going to share with you guys before I skedaddle this evening. I had one gentleman. This also took place on an evening. The man was going out. And one gentleman get in the car. And it looked like, when he got in, he looked like he had just seen something horrific. Like his eyes were literally out of his, sockets. Like they looked like he saw something he'll never unsee. And he wants to go from Northwood Hills to Buckhead. And that, you guys have never been to Atlanta, you probably don't know, but there's a way that you can get from Northwood Hills to Buckhead without taking the highway. So when he gets in, he asks me to take him to this club, and he emphasizes, look, man, whatever you do not take the highway, man. And I'm looking at the direction. I'm like, you're joking, right? He's like, nah, man. No, seriously. Don't take the highway. And I'm like, why not? And he's like, it's too intense, man. It's too much. And it was at that moment I realized that he either had a traumatic experience while on the highway with someone, or he was tripping off some of that funky stuff. And so I try to acknowledge his request. I said, I'm a fair guy. I'm a nice guy. I try to accommodate. I do backflips. I tell jokes. I'll, stand on my hands if I have to. I'm here to impress folks. But there was a certain point in time where I had to briefly get on the highway because it was quite a distance that I had to go. And I just remember looking in the back seat. Homie is like, like he is holding on for dear life in the back seat. And I'm like, this guy is tripping balls, man. Like he's out of there, man. And I'm like, and he's trying to like slow down, slow down. And I'm like, huh? What? I can't hear with all the wind coming out of the window because I have it down because I want you to relax because you're freaking me out, buddy. And yeah, I mean, we made it to the destination. He came back down to planet Earth from the anxiety cloud that he was on. And he was all right. He made it. I think that was one of my first bad reviews that I got. Something about the navigation, but I got him to where it needed to be and in a timely manner. But it's like, shout out to Rideshare folks. You guys have to deal with a lot. You know, you see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things, you have a lot of people ask you crazy things, but sometimes certain things, they're just, you can't make everybody happy. And you can apply that to anything. But yeah, that's all I have for this first episode of Confessions of a Rideshare Driver. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you can see more of my future videos. This is a little update. Hopefully I'm going to start doing podcasts very soon. And while I'm on my journey to do that, I'm going to get what I need to get together to make these videos pop, you know, give you guys more like of what you want to see. You know, I got to step my game up so I can make you guys happy, you know, because I want to make this a big deal. This is something that's really helping me vent and get a lot off my chest. And I need you guys' help. I need your support. I need to tell your friends, send me, you know, give me information. Tell me what I need to know so I can give you guys the best product I could possibly give you. Also follow my boy, Meech Breezy, who I'm collabing with. We want to make some big things happen. I'm trying to get into skits. Got a lot of skit ideas that I want to share with you. It's just a matter of time and resources, and that's all going to come together as soon as I make it come together. And that's a promise from me to you. My IG is Trust the Troublemaker. My Snapchat is Trust for Trouble. Follow me on Facebook, Tim Spence. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. I'm always down for new friends. You guys tell me new places to hang out. I want to do a series called On My Own, where I go out and I explore and experience new places, new things, and I just give a whole montage and review of all that for you guys. I know I did one bar review, but it wasn't the way that I wanted it, and I'm trying to like make that like that was one of my original plans starting this channel, so that's what I'm trying to do, folks. Also, my buddy Meech Breezy, his channel is Meech Myers. Follow him at Meech Myers. He does like video game streams. Like that's some of the videos he has up now, but he will also be providing you with his own original content that I'm looking forward to seeing. Also, his IG is Meech_Breezy. Follow him on IG. And that's all for tonight, folks. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do the rest of the week. Show you guys some advertisements on Facebook and IG. Snapchat followers. You guys already know what to expect. Love you guys. Be safe. Be smart. And as always, trust me to trouble you.